The first part of our test will be a review of the angles. Remember, there are three types of angles we've learned. We've learned about the right angle, which has exactly 90 degrees and can be measured by thinking of the letter L or by putting the corner of your ruler into the corner of the angle. It should fit snug as a bug in a rug. There's an acute angle, like angle D, which has less than 90 degrees. And finally, angle B, which is an obtuse, an angle that is greater than 90 degrees. We measure these angles with a protractor, and there is a separate lesson on how to use a protractor. Congruent means same size, same shape. Like this pair of loonies, they are the same size, the same shape, they are congruent. One can fit right on top of the other. Similar means same shape but not the same size. One is usually an enlargement of the other. Quadrilateral is another term that we need to know for this test. A quadrilateral is simply any four-sided figure. Quadrilaterals include the following: a square, a rhombus, a rectangle, a parallelogram, a kite, and a trapezoid are all examples of quadrilaterals. It's important to note the relationships between one quadrilateral and another. If you look at a square, you can see that a rhombus and a square are similar because they have four equal sides. The difference is that the square has four right angles and the rhombus does not. Similarly, the rectangle and the parallelogram each have equal sides. Two pairs of equal sides on the parallelogram and rectangle, four equal sides on the rhombus and the square. The rectangle has right angles in the corner and the parallelogram does not. The definition of the trapezoid is that it has one pair of parallel sides. Two pairs of equal adjacent sides make up a kite. Adjacent means beside each other. Another area on this test includes hatch marks and parallel sides. Parallel sides are indicated by arrows. Parallel sides mean that the lines run in the same direction, but they never touch, and they always have the same amount of space between them. And try to put your arrows opposite each other. There's also hatch marks. Hatch marks show sides that are equal. And because this is a rectangle, we'll have two hatch marks on this one, and we'll place one hatch mark on the opposite sides. Also on this test are different types of solids. Each solid has faces, edges, vertices, and curves. So let's go over these in turn. What you're looking at here is our square-based pyramid. The face is the flat solid part. Where the sides meet, this is called the edge. And there's the edge here, and there's an edge there. Where the edges meet at the corners, it's called a vertex. So here's a vertex, and you can see that there are four more vertices in the bottom. We have 5 faces in our square-based pyramid. We have 8 edges, 4 along the bottom and 4 along the side. And we have 5 vertices, 1 here on top and vertices along the corners of our square. This is our cone. The cone has 1 face on the bottom, 1 curved surface, 1 edge, and 1 vertex. This is our cube. It has 6 congruent faces. The dice in a board game takes the shape of a cube. 6 congruent faces. The green face gives an idea of the shape. It's a triangle, and this is a triangular prism. And a triangular prism has 5 faces. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. It has 6 vertices. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. This is our sphere. The sphere has no faces, no vertices, and no edges. It's just one continual curved surface. This is our triangular pyramid. You can tell a pyramid when all of the edges center on a top vertex. The vertex at the top of the center indicates that it's a pyramid. And it has 4 faces. 1 on the bottom, 2, 3, 4. The cylinder has 2 congruent faces, 1 at the bottom and 1 at the top. It's got an edge on the bottom and an edge again along the top. There are no vertices in our cylinder. If you count the sides, it gives us a clue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. So it's a hexagon, 6-sided shape, or hexagonal solid. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 faces along the side, and then a face on top and a face on the bottom for a total of 8 faces. How many edges? 6 edges on top, 6 on the bottom, and 6 on the side for a total of 18 edges. 6 faces, 8 vertices, 4 on the top and 4 on the bottom. In a total of 12 edges, 4 on the top, 4 on the bottom, and 4 along the sides. 12 edges in our rectangular-based solid. For this test, it's highly recommended that you look over and study carefully pages 90 of your study packet, which lists all the attributes and the names of the quadrilaterals you need to know for this test. Also take the time to study page 101 of your packet. It lists all the solids that we need to know for this test and the features in terms of its faces, edges, and vertices.